Hi there, my name's Victoria Williams, and if you're watching this video, it means either you have requested a bit more information about what it is that I do, a friend of yours has suggested you take a look, or the universe has just pointed you in my direction and you've stumbled across this video. Either way, welcome, and before I explain a bit more about what it is that I do, I'd like to take the opportunity to introduce myself properly and tell you a little bit more about me so you can get to know me. So I had a very normal and loving childhood, both parents working full-time to provide for me and my sisters, and spending the rest of the time they had with us trying to show us the world and do lots of amazing things with us. We are extremely lucky. My father is an engineer and my mother was a teacher. She's now retired, but education and development were always key in our household. So I grew up surrounded by the mindset that you go to school, you get your GCSEs, you get your A-levels, and then go to university and you get your degree, you get a job and you start your career. So I got my first job when I was 16 in retail because I've always been independent and wanted to earn my own money. I worked through my A-levels, but then when the time came to go to university, I decided I needed a break. I needed a break from education and I wanted to take a gap year, so I continued to work in retail in that year and worked my way up to a managerial position, as well as doing some travelling. However, I was always frustrated at the fact that I had no control over where I had to be when and how much I was going to be paid for the work I was doing. Someone was always making those decisions for me, and that just didn't sit right with me. So this is around the same time that I got the travel bug. I knew that going forward I wanted to spend at least 2, 3, 4 months of the year not in the UK. I wanted to see the world. I want to see the world and all it has to offer. So I went to university at the end of my gap year, but I only lasted a year until I realised that I couldn't be in that system anymore. So I transferred my credits to do a degree with the Open University, which is all distance learning, and that gave me some of my freedom back. I could study wherever I wanted and just had to submit my work online, which I did from the likes of Australia, South Africa, India, and this is also around the same time that my self-employed journey began, and I've not looked back since. I knew that whatever it took, I would get the skills to be able to always remain self-employed and be my own boss. Now, I've trained and retrained in various specialisms: canine behaviour, product design, interior architecture, and most recently sports therapy, figuring out what I wanted to do, but also to make sure I was going to be in demand and not be reliant on only one skill set, because I understood the risks, the peaks, the troughs, and I didn't want to have to get another job. So now that's been great, and I've been able to save and take many months out at a time to travel and explore. However, the issue with the professions I've just listed is I realised the time for money conundrum. You only get paid for the hours you physically work, so how could I continue to earn whilst I was travelling and be secure in my future? I'd have two options: to increase my finances either by setting up a business that employs others, which would have huge startup costs, a lot of risk, and would limit my ability to travel because I would need to be stationed in one place while I grew that business. Or the second option is to simply work more hours, of which there are only 24 in a day. So I knew there had to be something else out there. And this is when the universe helped me to stumble across the amazing opportunity that is network marketing. Now, network marketing isn't a new concept, it's been around for years and years, but nowadays with the help of the internet and Wi-Fi, it can be done online and location independent, meaning you can run your business from almost anywhere, which I think is absolutely amazing. Now, if you haven't heard of network marketing before, as I hadn't, you can research a bit more from the likes of Richard Branson, Eric Worre, Tony Robbins, Fraser Brooks. It's been deemed the business of the 21st century, and for good reason. So now is the perfect time to get involved. Most people start part-time around a job or other commitments they currently have, as this business allows for maximum flexibility. Now, I'm looking to mentor a couple of people, and I'm not so bothered about your background. However, I am bothered about the type of person you are. You have to be positive and fun because it's so important to me to have fun with the people I'm working with. You also need to be resilient because you will experience knockbacks, as everyone does, and this is a business. and it's not always going to be easy. There are going to be times where you need to be able to push outside your comfort zones, but that is where the true magic happens. You need to be coachable, open-minded, and a great student, because there are new skills you will need to learn and embrace. So if this sounds like you, then the next step is to get a bit more detailed information into your hands and for us to have a little chat on the phone. So you can search Victoria Williams on Facebook and add me as a friend, or you can contact me on 07594 755 346. I look forward to hearing from you. Take care.